Hey guys, Jerry Zayden here with Camburg. We're in the back of the shop today. We have my buddy Cam from Optima Batteries, Raptor R. He's had this Raptor R now for a couple years. He's been off-roading it and putting a lot of miles on it. It's in for some major upgrades. We have Fox's new live valve aftermarket shocks. They just launched at SEMA this year. We're doing our Camburg lower control arms. These run the slapper bump stop system, and those will be paired with Fox's 2.5-inch bump stops that we helped Fox design for this kit, along with those new internal bypass shocks that came out. It's got the Optima's new lithium battery. Now what's really cool about this battery, when this battery gets down to 35%, it'll actually shut itself off to save itself so it can start your vehicle. It's Bluetooth compatible, which is awesome, so you can have an app on your phone and see where your battery actually sits. Definitely an awesome piece of technology. When you kind of think like batteries can't go any farther in their high techness, leave it to Optima to figure out how to like really reinvent the battery, and that's what they've done here. So now let's check out some of these badass parts that you're gonna watch get installed on this Raptor. These are Fox's new live valve aftermarket shocks. So this is the coilover. You can see the dual reservoir lines that are on here. You'll remove the factory live valve mechanism, and that gets installed here, which maintains everything that the factory vehicle gives it. There's a knob right here, which you can see. I don't want to scratch these things, but this is a rebound knob. So there's 3 settings on here for your rebound, which is pretty cool, and they have that front and rear. You'll kind of wonder why this is a smooth body shock. Well, these are internal bypass, which means there's a piston inside of a can, which is inside of the outer can that has bleed holes in it. And as that piston moves up and down, it bypasses around the piston, and under the piston there's less and less holes, and Fox does some valving on those holes inside. Also has the rebound control on the lower eyelet down here. They have a recirculating reservoir here with a cooler on it, which is pretty cool for the back. And then these are those bump stops that we're going to be installing on the front. So these are massive 2.5-inch. Most aftermarket shocks are 2.5-inch. The bump stop's 2.5-inch. So we do this on a slapper arm because it's the last 2 inches of travel that's in this bump stop with a really good motion ratio. So you'll see a lot of guys weld a can and slide in a bump stop, and it's hitting really inboard near the pivot. This pushes the geometry out on an arm that slaps and pushes in. You'll never hear it. You don't really feel it until you're bottoming out, and major bottom out control. So that's a lot on these vehicles that weigh over 6,000 pounds, and really helps them go smoother, faster, and more importantly, not beating up the frame of the truck and all the parts because you have this bump stop. The lower control arms right here, we manufacture these in-house here at Camburg in Huntington Beach, California. We have a skid plate that bolts on the bottom. This whole end piece is a full billet piece. It takes our new X joint. So we have our own ball joint we make for the bottom there. It's fully greasable, has a nice heavy-duty boot, gets more angle. It's all made out of 4340 heat-treated material. So that's our X Joint XL, which is a racing style, fully greasable, fully sealed ball joint. So, you know, when you look at it here, it's got this nice accordion boot. It's got a full heat treated shaft. It's very large, as you can see. And then we have the 1-inch monoball pivots here. So we've been doing this for over 20 years here at Camburg. We're the first ones to do this in all of our kits. And we do that for many reasons, but more importantly, precision. So go watch us install this on the truck, and we'll give you some beautiful glamour shots when we're done.
All right, so we got this Raptor R in. We're going to be doing some lower control arms with our slapper bump stop system, along with Fox's new live valve system. All right, we're going to start out, we're going to throw the wheels off, get the old shock out, remove the lower control arm, get our new Camburg control arm in, and get the new stuff put on. All right, so we got the OEM lower control arm and the OEM live valve shock out. We just got this slapper bump stop mount welded in. Gonna wait for that to cool down, spray it with some Steel It, and get everything else buttoned back together. All right, so we got our lower arm, Fox live valve shocks, and the slapper bump stop system put on. We also got the rear live valves in the back. Everything is going on and looking great. Our parts are super strong. Big upgrade to these trucks. That's it for today. Tomorrow we're gonna bust out the other side, and this truck will be ready to go.